what I probably recommend him to do is that he shouldn't go and try to rekindle those relationships. Those people who was doing the freak offs with him and doing drugs with him, who abandoned him, now he know who they are.
Diddy did not understand he could be God. And there are people bigger than you that can take you down when you want to now.
From behind bars, Suge Knight just called out Diddy's closest allies and warned he might not survive them. Not the feds, not the trial. The real threat? The same friends he rolled with. And Justin Combs just broke his silence, cause Suge started naming names. One of them, closer than blood. But the one Suge hinted at the hardest? That name could blow this whole thing wide open. So Suge Knight recently hopped on a call from prison after he heard Diddy beat them RICO charges. As y'all know, Diddy got cleared by the jury on the big stuff. No RICO time, no conspiracy slam, just 2 prostitution-related counts hanging on him. Still serious, yeah, but nowhere near enough to keep him imprisoned for decades. Sources say his lawyers flipped the whole courtroom, said Cassie. Jane Doe. All the other alleged victims weren't forced. They painted them as willing participants, not victims, and it worked. Now Diddy might be home real soon, but that's where Suge Knight steps in issuing warnings, straight up saying if Diddy walks free and goes back to moving how he used to, it's gonna get ugly, fast. Suge warned Diddy directly, don't go back to the same dudes who left you drowning in lawsuits. He called them out, the ones who partied with Diddy, did the freak-offs, and vanished the second shit got hot.
But what I probably recommend him to do is that he shouldn't go and try to rekindle those relationships. Those people who was doing the freak offs with him and doing drugs with him, who abandoned him, now he know who they are.
Suge said it plain, these folks ain't friends. They was riding with Diddy when he was the cash cow. Now, they praying he never comes back. And who's been watching all this unfold in silence? Justin Combs, Diddy's son. And now even Justin is reacting, cause he knows these fake friends Suge's talking about used to be family. Here's where it gets wild though. Suge Knight ain't just talking in riddles. He name-dropping, real names, said Diddy ain't safe, not because of the courts, but because of the people closest to him, the ones in the industry who smiled in his face and moved shady behind the scenes. One name Suge hinted heavy at, Meek Mill. Yeah, that same Meek folks say Diddy was real close with. You ain't heard the whispers? Meek was Diddy's boy. Industry perks, lavish gifts, all that. And let's not play dumb. Diddy went all out for Meek's 26th birthday, rented a whole damn palace in Vegas for $25,000 a night, had Meek dressed in matching fits with him. That wasn't no regular birthday bash. That was Diddy showing love and power. But after the RICO hit, Meek switched up fast, like real fast, loud on X, denying he had anything to do with Diddy, tried to distance himself, posting several tweets. One tweet read, "The streets know what's up with me, that's not the case." We talking about business side, somebody powering these bad campaigns with Meek Mill. Again, I got 100K for a thorough investigation of who's powering and how exactly my name connect to this. And it wasn't just tweets. Meek was out here basically riding with the No Diddy gang.
Hey, nigga, No Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life, don't ever disrespect me, you heard?
That's when Justin jumped in, defending his father, commented SMH with a facepalm emoji, cause Meek wasn't just some rapper, he was family, or so they thought. And now Suge saying it loud, Diddy better watch Meek, cause if someone gonna flip on him again, it ain't the feds, it's the folks he fed. But Meek ain't the only name buzzing. Suge threw some shade toward another titan, Jay-Z. Now that's the one that really got folks whispering. Jay and Diddy, that was a decades-long alliance. Rock Nation and Bad Boy, 2 moguls running the board. But when the heat came down, Jay-Z vanished. Not a word, not a post, just distance. And Jaguar Wright, she aired Jay out, called it betrayal. Said them two were like peanut butter and jelly, and Jay just tossed the sandwich in the trash.
When you have a peanut butter jelly sandwich, if it's just peanut butter, it's just peanut butter. If it's just jelly, it's jelly. When you put it together, it becomes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and the taste is undeniable.
Now Suge's tone says it all. He's watching that power shift, and he's hinting real hard that maybe Jay-Z don't want Diddy coming back. Cause in this game, there can only be one king. If Diddy walks, he's still got influence and connections. And for someone like Jay, maybe that's too risky. Maybe Jay ain't just playing silent. Maybe he's playing smart. Meek flipped? Cool, that was expected. But Jay-Z, that's chess. Jay vanished like he ain't never shared a cigar with Diddy. And if Jay's ghosting him, what does that say to the rest of the industry? That Diddy's finished, that nobody wants to catch the fallout. Now, another name lurking in the shadows is Will Smith. Why? Because Will and Diddy go way back, like behind the curtain type ties. Word on the street, Will been showing up at Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. And let's not act ignorant this. Cat Williams already laid the blueprint. Hollywood's a game. If you play it wrong, you vanish. But Will been playing it quiet. Too quiet. He stayed silent through Diddy's arrest, and the only time he addressed anything, a show in San Diego, where he brushed off the connection like it was nothing.
I don't have shit to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all that stop all that bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off.
But folks, remember, that video call where Diddy called Will his brother? Will didn't deny it then. He doubled down and said, "That's family."
That's a lot of power, and I just thank God that God gave us a Will Smith, and that's real talk.
Thank you
For
very
real,
much,
I love
man.
you on
Thank
the
you very
realest,
much.
realest
Thank
black
you. Number
king,
love, brother.
God warrior.
And then there's Usher. That name been floating for a while now. Most folks forgot that when Usher was just 13, he got sent to live with Diddy. That's not speculation. Usher himself confirmed it on Howard Stern's show. Played it cool, like it was all about mentorship and artist development.
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to something
City.
called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it was
Camp.
called.
But think about that. A teenage Usher living under Diddy's roof at the height of Bad Boy's wildest days. Now, after Diddy's arrest, Usher scrubbed his socials, dipped from the spotlight, didn't make a peep, just ghosted. And now folks looking back with side eyes, wondering what really went down during those mentorship days. 'Cause silence, that don't erase history. Then there's the real curveball, Steve Harvey, the king of clean image, the suit-wearing, scripture-quoting, TV-hosting mogul. But even Steve's name got pulled into the Diddy mess. Photos resurfaced of him, his wife, and his daughter chilling with Diddy in Italy, like it was some private family reunion. Even worse, word is, Steve was at those wild parties too. He called Diddy brother, praised him on national radio, even tweeted about Diddy's donations. But the moment those RICO charges dropped, Steve moved quick, quietly deleted that 2017 tweet where he gassed Diddy up for donating $1 million to Howard University. Like, bro, why erase the love now? That's not cleaning house, that's dodging heat. And social media peeped it. They ain't let it slide. And now Suge saying it plain, Diddy better wake up. 'Cause all them ties, they ain't love. They was convenience. The minute the empire cracked, these folks vanished. Glad he was out the way. And he ain't just talking Will and Steve. Names like Ashton Kutcher, Billie Eilish, Clive Davis. Folks who were rolling deep with Diddy just months before them RICO, but dead silent after. And Suge Knight, he ended his call with a low-key threat wrapped in advice. Told Diddy he don't need all that security, just live his life. But then he dropped that line. Who's gonna tell on him again? That wasn't no throwaway. That was a gut punch, a warning. Maybe even a reminder that snakes don't bark, they slither. Diddy might beat the courts, but he won't beat betrayal. 'Cause the next hit, it won't come from a courtroom. It'll come from someone he's real cozy with. Someone with a smile, a motive, and no conscience. And Suge, he didn't just warn him, he cursed him. 'Cause once you feed the snakes, you can't complain when they bite.